Hey Pulse, I want to start out this video by apologizing because I know my kids are going to be unruly, so just ignore them. They're going to be making noises and probably crying and asking for snacks. I wanted to come on and kind of share something with you guys that I discovered, I guess, the other day. I was bored, of course, so I looked up what the word quarantine meant because what else am I going to do? See, there we go. And I was looking it up and it said it was a time period of 40 days. And that made me think about when Jesus was in the wilderness for 40 days and he was tempted by the devil. So I am going to, or Satan, whatever you want to say, I'm going to read from Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, 'If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread.' Jesus answered, 'It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God.'" I was thinking about this quarantine time. Girls. Okay, I'm back. I had to discipline my children. I was thinking about Jesus when he was in the wilderness and he was being tempted by Satan and how it kind of connects to what we're going through right now. I mean, we're all stuck in our houses. We can't go anywhere. Kids don't get to go to school, which even though you say you hate it, it's a huge social outlet. But I know this time is like super hard. Trust me, this quarantine is mostly my life. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm kind of home all the time, and I know that it can be super hard. Obviously it is different because I'm not allowed to leave to do anything now, except grocery shop, and when I go grocery shopping, there are no groceries to shop for. But this time is actually, I know it's going to be really hard. It's hard when you're stuck at home, especially when you're stuck here with just your parents, and you're just your siblings, and you're arguing with each other because that's what you do, and there's nothing else to do, so why not argue? But it can be really hard mentally. It can be really hard spiritually. It seems like, you should be getting closer to God because you have so much time on your hands. There's literally nothing else to do. So why not just pray more and read my Bible? But we are so easily distracted and we can find 1,000 other things to do. I know personally that is completely me. Day before yesterday, which it kind of checked me, me and Daniel got new phones, so my time limit stuff I haven't put it back into the new phone. I set a time limit for Facebook and Instagram so I don't spend all day on there because I'm bored. But I was looking at my screen time the other day and it was like 5 hours, and I realized, which is super high for me, it's not usually that high, but I realized that it was partly because that was the day I got the new phone, so I was like kind of checking it out. I had watched the news that day, so that had been part of it. But I realized that like we're super stuck at home right now. We can't even go outside because it's still freezing, and that is like super hard on your mind. It's super hard on your spiritual life. I know it's really easy to like kind of dive into depression when you're stuck in your house, which is why people get so depressed in the wintertime. And it's like our wintertime is extending, so we were already in that like seasonal depression time, and then it kept going because we're stuck here still. I know you're stuck at home and like it makes like all the silence, all the stillness kind of makes your brain race. Our culture is like so used to just entertainment all the time. Like we're basically taking ourselves and like shooting us back 100 years. We still have technology and everything, but it's the social distancing thing that's going on. It wasn't uncommon 100 years ago. You didn't live so close to your neighbors. You didn't go to stuff all the time. If you wanted to go somewhere that would be a 30-minute drive right now, it would take you forever back then because you had to go on a carriage or you had to ride a horse, or most of the time people had to walk. So we're kind of like shooting ourselves backwards in technology and not technology in our lives. And I know since we're not used to not being stimulated mentally, and when we're not distracted by being out, I guess, that's when the devil can kind of creep in and get into your mind, get into your brain, and tell you things that aren't true and get you thinking things that aren't true. And it can make for a really big mess inside of you. It can make you do things that you don't mean. It can make you turn to things that you wouldn't usually turn to, which is why I want you guys going through this next part to be accountable to someone, to be accountable for something. I mean, you have little devices in your hand that you can reach the other part of the world in a few seconds. You can reach anything, good or bad. So I want you guys to be accountable to someone, because we have a lot of freedom right now. We have a lot of free time, and that's really not good for you all the time. I know I tell my kids all the time it's good to be bored because it makes you use your imagination, but it can also make you use your imagination for bad things. And I want you guys to come out of this stronger and not weaker. Don't make it your best friend, because it's easy to, kind of brush stuff off with your best friend. Kind of make it someone you don't really know, someone that you're uncomfortable with, I guess, so that you are uncomfortable telling them, no, I did not pray today. And kind of make it someone you can open up to. Make it someone that will text you and be like, hey, how's your brain? Because I know being stuck at home makes your brain kind of foggy. Make it someone that you can be accountable to with prayer, because I know even though I'm stuck at home, that doesn't mean I'm going to find all this time to pray. Even though it really should, it doesn't most of the time. So I want to challenge you guys during this time of stuck at homeness, find someone to be accountable to. Take this time to connect with God, not just to waste your time away on Instagram making TikToks, because what else are you going to do? Spend some time with God, spend some time with your family, and come out of this stronger. We got it.